AGM allowed to take place from 1st July. Woman sentenced to 5 years in jail for driving against traffic. Hello and good evening. I'm Mohana Priya. Welcome to News on 2. Malaysia recorded 15 new COVID-19 cases today, taking the total number of infections in the country to 8,587. Speaking at the Ministry's COVID-19 press conference today, Health Director General Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah said 21 cases have been discharged, which means 8,177 patients have recovered from COVID-19 since the outbreak began. Malaysia's COVID-19 recovery rate is now at 95.23% out of the total number of positive cases. Dr. Nur Hisham also announced no new deaths, which means the death toll remains at 121 cases.
Ingin dimaklumkan daripada kes baru yang dilaporkan hari ini, 2 kes adalah kes import yang mendapat jangkitan di luar negara, di mana mereka adalah warga negara Malaysia. Tiada kes penularan di dalam negara di kalangan warga negara. Kesemua 13 kes penularan di dalam negara adalah di kalangan bukan warga negara.
He added that there are now only 289 active cases left being treated at health facilities nationwide. Currently, Dr. Nur Hisham said there are 2 patients treated at ICU and none are on ventilator support. All organizations, including political parties, sports bodies and corporations, will be allowed to hold their annual general meetings or AGMs from 1st July. Senior Minister of Security Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said with the decision, bodies registered under the Registrar of Societies, ROS, Companies Commission of Malaysia, SSM, Cooperatives Commission of Malaysia, SKM and Sports Commission can plan for their AGMs.
Mesyuarat syarikat-syarikat yang berdaftar dengan Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia juga dibenarkan untuk mengadakan mesyuarat agung mereka dan lain-lain. Begitu juga dengan koperasi yang berdaftar dengan Suruhanjaya Koperasi Malaysia, Persatuan Peladang, Persatuan Ibu Bapa dan Guru-Guru PIBG, Persatuan Belia, Persatuan Sukan yang berdaftar dengan Pesuruhjaya Sukan. Semua persatuan-persatuan ini kita benarkan mengadakan mesyuarat agung masing-masing.
Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri said the special cabinet meeting has decided to allow this, provided the standard operating procedure or SOP is followed strictly. This includes ensuring that attendance at AGMs do not exceed 250 people and social distancing is practiced. The senior minister said attendees have to download the My Sejahtera application, wear face masks and hand sanitizers must be provided at the meeting. He also said that ROS has come up with the SOP, which can also be used by other organizations for AGMs. Good news for avid moviegoers, as the government has agreed to allow cinemas, theatres and live events to resume operations beginning 1st July. However, Senior Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said there should be no more than 250 individuals at any given screening or time.
Jumlah tidak melebihi daripada 250 individu setiap pertunjukan dan tertakluk juga kepada keluasan dewan tersebut. Kalau dengan penjarakan sosial 1 meter kurang daripada 250, maka kuranglah daripada 250 dan tidak bolehlah, walaupun kita kata 250, tak boleh mereka benarkan 250 penonton, mesti berdasarkan saiz dewan tersebut.
Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri added that these activities can only take place in indoor areas. Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri also announced that the government has agreed to allow public as well as private pools at hotels, gated residences, apartments and condominiums to resume from 1st July onwards. The senior minister, however, said these locations must provide lifeguards, observers or supervisors at these locations to ensure the number of people in the pool is controlled at all times. He said the number of people allowed in these pools is also based on the capacity and the pool size. He added that water theme parks, however, are still not allowed to operate.
Pada dasarnya tiada halangan, tetapi masih lagi kita menggalakkan, kita masih lagi tidak menggalakkan kanak-kanak menggunakan kolam renang. Ya, walaupun jadi ibu bapa perlulah mengambil pendekatan sendiri untuk kawalan kendiri untuk menjaga keselamatan anak-anak mereka. Kalau mereka tidak membenarkan, kita terserah pada mereka ataupun pihak pengurusan kolam renang tersebut.
In addition, he said pool operators must register a notification that they are reopening their pools with the International Trade and Industry Ministry's website at notification.miti.gov.my. He also announced that water-related activities at lakes, rivers and sea are allowed to resume but must follow SOP. Meanwhile, Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri said the National Security Council will decide tomorrow whether wedding receptions, which usually involve large crowds, can be allowed during the Recovery Movement Control Order RMCO. The senior minister said there have been applications from those involved in helping to organise weddings for the government to allow such events to be held.
Hari ini memang dibentangkan cadangan untuk yang berkaitan dengan kebenaran majlis perkahwinan. Bagaimanapun perkara ini akan dibincangkan dengan lebih detail besok di dalam mesyuarat khas MKN. Jadi besok kita akan bincang lebih detail bukan saja dari segi kebenaran tapi juga dari segi SOP. Kita bincang dari segi jumlah kehadiran, adakah setakat 250 ataupun tidak, ataupun mungkin lebih lagi.
A woman was sentenced to 5 years in jail and fined 18,000 ringgit by the Bukit Mertaja Magistrates Court today after she was found guilty for driving against the traffic flow, resulting in the death of a man 3 years ago. Magistrate Sri Pracha Nantini Balabeda meted out the punishment to Ng Pei Ven, 22, after finding the defence failed to raise reasonable doubts against the prosecution case at the end of the defence case. The court also ordered the woman to serve another 24 months in jail if she failed to pay the fine and had her driving licence revoked, as well as disqualified from applying for a driving licence for 5 years from the date of conviction. The court, however, allowed the accused application for a stay of execution to file an appeal in the High Court and raise the bail to 12,000 ringgit from 7,000 previously. On 24th March 2017, Ng pleaded not guilty to reckless and dangerous driving, resulting in the death of Muhammad Fandi Rosli, 26, on the North-South Expressway northbound at 7:50 a.m. on 14th March 2017. She was charged under Section 41, Subsection 1 of the Road Transport Act 1987, which carries a maximum jail term of 10 years and a fine of up to 20,000 ringgit upon conviction. A factory worker was charged in the Kulim Sessions Court today with insulting the Yang di-Pertuan Agong on Facebook last March. Muhammad Shamir Sam, 23, however, pleaded not guilty when the charge was read out to him by the court interpreter before Judge Mushiri Pete. Charged with knowingly making and initiating the transmission of offensive communications through a Facebook account under the profile name Muhammad Shamir Sam at number 249 Jalan 3, Taman Selasih, Kulim at 1 p.m. on 4th March. The charge was made under Section 233 subsection 1A of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998, punishable under Section 233 subsection 3 of the same Act. The court allowed bail at 10,000 ringgit with one surety and ordered the accused to report himself to the nearest police station every 2 weeks. The judge then fixed 22nd July for mention. The court case involving Sabah Infrastructure Development Minister Datuk Peter Anthony, who is due to face charges under the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act in the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court today, has been postponed to 10th July after he was admitted to a hospital in Kota Kinabalu. Counsel Muhammad Hanif Khatri Abdullah, who is representing Datuk Peter, has brought the matter before Justice Rosina Ayub at a hearing today. Hanif said Datuk Peter was admitted to the KPJ Kota Kinabalu Hospital for vertigo, adding he was supposed to board a plane to Kuala Lumpur at 4:15 p.m. yesterday. Deputy Public Prosecutor Wan Shaharuddin Wan Ladin applied to the court to set a new date for mention. On 11th June, Datuk Peter was charged in the Kota Kinabalu Special Corruption Court with 5 counts of money laundering involving the Rubber Industry Smallholders Development Authority, or RISDA, worth over 8.7 million ringgit. On 18th June, he was charged in the same court with abetment in criminal breach of trust involving the purchase of RISDA land worth 15.5 million ringgit 6 years ago. Police are looking for a Singaporean man known as Boy Setan for allegedly smuggling drugs into the island republic using a drone. Johor Police Chief Dato' Ayub Khan Maidin Piche said that Boy Setan is 40-year-old Muhammad Azli Ahmad Said and added that he is also wanted by their Singaporean counterparts for drug offences.
Inilah kali pertama yang kita dapat kes seumpama ni. Tapi saya dipahamkan drone ni kalau berat dia kurang 20 kg tak perlu dapat benaran kan. Mungkin dia ambil kesempatan tu lah. Drone yang besar perlu mendapat benaran lah. Disihir lah. Cuma gambar agak berbeza sikit. Dia dikenali sebagai...
Speaking to reporters during a press conference at the Johor Police Headquarters today, Dato' Ayub pointed that the suspect was quite brazen as he allegedly flew the drone with the drugs from Dataran Bandaraya in Johor Bahru. Last Wednesday, it was reported that 2 Singaporean men aged 29 and 34 were arrested for using a drone to smuggle drugs into Singapore from Malaysia. The flight data retrieved from the phone of one of the suspects showed that the unmanned aircraft had flown from Kranji Reservoir Park in Singapore to Johor Bahru and back again to the reservoir park. Police have arrested an unemployed man for allegedly snatching a woman's necklace near a hypermarket at Kangkar Pulai, Johor. Iskandar Puteri Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Zulhairi Mukhtar said the 31-year-old suspect was arrested at 2:45 a.m. this morning at a hotel in Taman University, Skudai. P. Zulhairi said during the incident that happened at around 8:50 a.m. last Thursday, the 51-year-old victim was walking to the hypermarket when an unidentified man came from behind and pulled at her necklace, causing the victim to fall. He added that the suspect then ran to a car parked near the hypermarket before escaping from the scene. The victim suffered minor injuries on her knee and elbow. ACP Zulhairi said the suspect, who has had previous criminal records, tested positive for drugs. The police also seized 2 mobile phones, a Mitsubishi car key, a hammer, drill, 2 screwdrivers, a machete and other items believed to be used in conducting criminal activities. The case is being investigated under Section 382 of the Penal Code. Johor ruler Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar wants the authorities, including the relevant agencies, to make all necessary preparations for floods due to the current unpredictable weather. His Majesty said that he was following the flood situation closely as it has hit several districts in the state so far. In his official Facebook page, Sultan Ibrahim said the state government must make sure through the relevant agencies that flood victims who are currently seeking shelter at temporary relief centres are provided ample comfort and convenience, while those who are staying near the rivers should be vigilant and immediately move if the water levels start to rise. Sultan Ibrahim also hoped that the State Health Department would take precautionary measures and carry out health screening tests at each temporary relief centre to avoid the spread of COVID-19. Still to come, non-business taxpayers reminded to submit tax return forms by 30th June. The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership RCEP will continue its negotiations at the virtual 10th Inter-Session Ministerial Meeting tomorrow. Senior Minister in International Trade and Industry, MITI Minister Datuk Sri Mohammad Azmin Ali will lead the Malaysian delegation at the RCEP negotiations with 14 other participating countries comprising ASEAN and the 5 ASEAN FTA partners, namely Japan, Korea, China, Australia and New Zealand. MITI, in a statement today, said the current state of negotiation is an important milestone towards the expected signing of the RCEP agreement by year-end. MITI said economic and trade ministers of the 15 member countries would be expected to discuss outstanding issues to enable finalization of the agreement. In view of the volatility of the global economy against the backdrop of trade friction and the COVID-19 pandemic, MITI said it is imperative for Malaysia, as one of the top global trading nations, to support and work together with other RCEP participating countries towards the conclusion of negotiations and eventual signing of the RCEP agreement. MITI has consistently engaged with stakeholders, including the industry, civil society organizations and members of parliament, in advancing Malaysia's position in the negotiations. Non-business taxpayers are reminded to submit their income tax return forms for the assessment year of 2019 by 30th June. The Inland Revenue Board, IRB, in a statement today said the BNCP filing program for 2020 can be reached at their website lampiran1.hasil.gov.my. For individual taxpayers, the IRB also provides the tax relief list for the assessment year of 2019 as a reference which can be accessed at its website. According to IRB, as of 15th June, a total of 2.175 million income tax return forms for the assessment year of 2019 have been received from non-business taxpayers. Of that total, 2.139 million forms, or 98.33%, were submitted via e-filing, while the remaining were done manually. IRB said it places great importance on the processing of tax refunds to ensure those who are eligible for a refund receive them within the stipulated time frame. In order to facilitate the refund process, taxpayers are advised to always update their personal information and bank account numbers. Sepanggar UMNO Chief Datuk Yaqubah Khan is among 5 individuals sworn in as senators before Senate President Tan Sri S.A. Vigneswaran at Dewan Negara today. The other 4 were Sarawak's Parti Pesaka Bumiputra Bersatu PBB Wanita Honorary Secretary Susan Chemerai Anding, Parti Rakyat Sarawak Deputy Secretary General Rita Sarimah Patrick Insol, Chairman of Bawang Asan Branch of Sarawak United People's Party SUPP Robert Lau Hui Yu, and Datuk Bashir Alias. Datuk Yaqubah, Susan, Rita Sarimah and Lau were appointed as senators for the first time upon the consent of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, while Datuk Bashir was appointed for the second term. And that concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story today, AGM allowed to take place from 1st July. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. I'm Mohana Priya. Stay tuned to TV2 and have a great day.